Hey houseplant friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm gonna tell you about some rare houseplants that are actually really easy to take care of. I do also just wanna say that plants being rare doesn't necessarily mean that they are hard to get. The only thing that really does make them hard to get is how expensive they are and inaccessible to most people. What is really exciting is when we are able to find these plants in trades that don't cost any money because they're supposed to cost XYZ and then they don't. And that is how I acquired most, all except for one of these plants that I'm about to show you. And don't take the rare thing too seriously. It really is just a genre of inaccessible houseplants. Before we get started, I want to thank Zymph so much for sponsoring this video. I'm currently wearing my Zymph Aphrodite glasses. They are my favorite glasses that I do own. Wow, the sun is really shining. These are my favorite glasses that I do own, and I have 4 pairs of them so that I never ever lose them because they're the most comfortable glasses I've ever had. I love Zymph. I used to actually wear Calvin Klein glasses because they had a style that was just really comfortable, and I'm not even kidding. I switched to Zymph after they sent me some pairs to try out because this specific frame is like the most perfect for my face and head, and I'm honestly just the most confident in it. If you want to try out this pair or any of the other pairs that I do wear in my video, check them out at the link in the description, and also make sure when you do check out, you use code Ashley, which will give you 20% off frames and 50% off lenses. It is a massive discount. Please go ahead and utilize it. I'm still working on getting a number on how much in total everyone who's used my code has saved, so I will try to get that for you soon. But thank you so much, Zymph, for sponsoring this video and my eyesight. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel memberships, hit like and subscribe before this video starts if you're interested in that. And let's get into the content. I'm really excited to show you these plants because these were plants that when I was a beginner collector, I really was so scared of taking care of, but these plants have not been anything to me but just like so rewarding emotionally with how much they've grown for me. So let me show you what these plants are. I think that they'll surprise you. So the number one plant that was like really surprising to me to find out was such an easy grower was the Monstera Obligaperu. And look at the light. It's just really, but yeah, the Monstera Obligaperu, we actually did just get another brand new leaf. I have grown this plant from its very first leaf, which was this one, which a slug ate, which is why it has those funky little holes. And this plant has only been such a joy to grow. I actually moved it off of the top shelf of my greenhouse, and since then it has stopped getting sunburned, and it really just looks really nice and healthy with its 5 leaves. This is the only plant out of everything I'm showing you that I actually did purchase. It has been such a good grower. It's literally been growing in this cup, which I made a TikTok on, and it's my most popular TikTok. I think it has over 200,000 views and like 23,000 likes, which is so crazy. By the way, follow me on TikTok. It's just been doing so good. It's in a moss and soil mix. So there's moss around the bottom and then soil at the top, and it's just been growing like mad. He's so good. This plant has been so rewarding. I'm so glad I took the dye. Very cute and very less exfoliated. This one got kind of exfoliated. This is the newest leaf, but he's actually shorter, which is great news. You guys are like wondering, oh, should I just get an Oblique? If you have the humidity and the light, I 100% recommend it. I think it's great. Next one I'm gonna talk about was a gift from my best friend, Brooklyn. And she actually bought me this Gigas, like 3 iterations ago. So basically this plant she sent me for my birthday, well, a year and a half ago. No, it was my last birthday, okay. So it's almost been a year. And she bought this and she sent it out to me. It was a whole plant. And so then I cut it, it grew back again, and it got huge. If I can find a photo, I'll insert it, but I probably couldn't find one. And then this is the 3rd iteration. So it's the 3rd time it's grown back, and it is freaking doing it. Like, I cut this 5 weeks ago and it's put out 2 leaves since I cut it. I love Philodendron Gigas. This is a plant that I have just always been in love with, and it's, in my opinion, so superior to the Melanochrysum because of the fact that it has actually a round sinus. Really don't love the heart-shaped sinus of the Melanochrysum, and also the growth pattern of this stem is squiggly. So it literally like goes back and forth kind of like a snake. I don't know, I just think it's really cool. It's also so velvety and shiny. I just think it's such an underrated plant. Not that many people freaking talk about Gigas, but I love Gigas. So easy to grow. Literally, you just slap this guy in some moss and soil, give him a little humidity, and he literally takes off. It's actually a plant you can grow without a grow tent, if you just have like decently good humidity in your house, like 50 or 60. Very easy philodendron to grow. This next one I was sent by a sponsor forever ago, and this would be my Variegated Burley Marks. So this guy I never really liked. I've had many different importers like send me them, and I always either give them away to my friends or just end up selling them after a while because I'm just not that interested. This one I thought was so pretty. It's the yellowest one I've ever gotten. Normally I get them in their white, and I'm just kind of like over the white variegation. You know what I mean? I'm really interested in yellow variegation lately. Especially this leaf is like one of the prettiest leaves I've ever seen because you get like that kind of like milky green color right there. And I love how this leaf is almost completely yellow. I don't know, I just love it so much. He was a lot bigger. I did take quite a few propagations from this guy to sell for our move. We're getting new leaves actually right now. This guy is just easy. He sits in this little pot with these massive holes in it. I have to bottom water this guy. Hi. She's sitting by my feet, like her feet are on my feet. Hi. But yeah, it's just doing so good. This plant is super easy to grow. I think I found that the yellow photosynthesizes better because this one grows better than any of the white ones I've ever had. The roots are like growing out of the pot. I think in another place, yeah, right there, you can see another one. I love this plant. I think it is so underrated. Glad it's not as expensive as it used to be, but I think the prices for this are actually going back up. Love this guy, very easy to take care of. So the next 3 plants that I have to show you are probably gonna surprise you, and you might disagree with me, but that's okay. My experience, like I said, these are the easiest philodendron I have growing, like even out of the ones out here. And that's gonna be my Philodendron Florida Beauty. So this guy has gotten quite big. If you've been with me for a while, this is a plant I do like regularly kind of show off in my videos. I think for good reason. He's just such a good lad. I've had this guy since his very ever first leaf, which is this one, and it literally was a rehab Florida Beauty that I got from Botanicas as a gift. It then gave me this leaf, and then this one, which is almost fully green except for on the back, has some back variegation. And then that was it. All these little dusty things are like little stains. And then that was it for like 6 months. And then finally I was like, maybe it just needs to be repotted. So after I repotted it, instantly it gave me this leaf and then this leaf, so the second half moon in a row. Then we got this guy who's really only variegated right here, but it's our first like full-size leaf. As you can see, like we had kind of immature, medium, and then wow, oh my gosh, full size. Stem's also getting huge. It's crazy to believe that literally just repotting was all this guy needed. I have gotten these 3 leaves in the last month and a half. By far my fastest growing philodendron, even out of all the ones I just showed you. It has just been absolutely popping off. And it is so bizarre how well it's doing. I don't think I'm gonna cut it soon. I think I'm gonna let it get very, very big and then I'll cut it maybe. But this is one of the plants I'm just so happy to have. It's not something I think I would sell for a long time. And I think if I did sell, I would probably take a bunch of propagations of this, throw them all in, have a bunch of mom plants, and then decide to maybe sell in the future. I don't even know what to say. Like I literally just keep it in soil and it gets decent humidity and light, and it is super fast growing. It grows faster than all of my other philodendron. I love this new big leaf though, even though it's not that variegated. Like it has a bunch right down here, right? But it's still hardening, so it's kind of hard to see what I got. Yeah, so this is my Floby, and we love her, and she's my fastest growing philodendron. All right, I have another Monstera for you. So I've always had a love-hate relationship with Spaperu because I did a giveaway forever ago, back when I first started doing giveaways and joined the plant community and stuff. And I cut my Spaperu, and it genuinely took like 6 months to produce any semblance of roots. So I always assumed that it would be a slow grower by nature. However, this is my fastest growing Monstera that I've ever had. I have 2 of these. The other one is also putting out a new leaf. It's the one I just got from Botanicas. Holy moly, I got both of them. They weren't pregnant. This one gave me a leaf the second week it was here. Again, it's going to be very hard to see, but it is variegated. It's green on green variegation for the most part, and it's gonna take a while for it to look like this one. This leaf took a month and a half to harden. So this guy is still coming in. You can definitely see the variegation is there, it just needs to show up. He just like this leaf just came out maybe 2 weeks ago, and we already got this guy. Actually 3 weeks ago for this, and we already got this guy. So he's already doing more. Not in like the most exciting pretty mix. He's in a clear pot. He's doing fine. I'm just really impressed. The other one's putting out a new leaf too. I was expecting this to be a really hard grower, but it's doing really, really well. I definitely need to give it a moss mound to climb. Super easy Monstera to grow. I don't grow the normal Spaperu. I would like to get one. I'm kind of hoping I'll run into one of those big baskets that Lowe's has sometimes. Spaperu Variegata, Monstera, Spaperu Variegata. Okay, and this last one, I want to approach as tactfully as possible. I just want to say that this has been my experience with this plant. In my opinion, is largely unpopular, but with a lot of other people that grow this plant. I don't know what I'm doing differently than other people to grow this, but this is my second fastest growing plant. I haven't even had this plant for a whole year yet. It will be a year in November. And I have taken enough cuttings of this plant to trade for a variegated Biliaceae, 2 Spaperus, some rare begonias, and then like other stuff. Well as always keeping a plant for myself, and I'm currently growing out other propagations to do with other people. So that would be my Philodendron Illimani Eye. Second fastest growing plant I have next to my Florida Beauty. I would say they're actually probably like pretty toe to toe. This plant I have came from a full green Illimani Eye. Illimani Eye, as I hope that you know, are completely irrevertible. They will always come back with some kind of irrigation, and each leaf is different. So this leaf came right after a full green. And then we got this guy, which was a little bit more green. And then we got this leaf, which has variegation along the whole left side, and the right's largely unvariegated. It's hard to see as this leaf is very fresh, but this is my plant. I have another one that's in there that's currently growing in that I'm growing out for trades. I got this leaf and I was like, all right, well, I'm never cutting that. I mean, I will cut it definitely at some point, but this guy right now, he's just living his best little life. One of my best growing plants. I grow all of them in moss. You can see how well the roots are doing. People say that this is a very hard plant to grow and propagate. I have had zero failure growing it with air layering it, like air layering it a lot. The one that I did lose was the one I got 3 weeks ago, which was dead cut with no air layered roots at all. I did my best, but the plant started showing signs of stress about a week and a half in, and it's now been almost 4 weeks and the whole plant rotted and died. Like I say, don't dead cut your plants. Dead cutting, if you don't know, is a term I think I coined, which is where you cut your plant and you ship it off without giving it any roots. I had a little bit of a different thing with that person though. They sent me that plant to root for them. They said they didn't care if it died. They haven't gotten anyone to be able to root it for them successfully. So don't know what I'm doing differently other than the fact that I air layer my plants significantly at multiple different nodes before I cut. That way the plant has a full stable root system before it ever gets cut. So that way it doesn't die. This is not the plant you want to die on you. And Illimani Eye is very special. And I'm glad I'm seeing more people have them. I'm glad that I've been able to share my plant a lot. The only way that we're gonna make plants more accessible is by sharing them around as much as possible. And I'm glad I've been able to do that through trades. It has been very exciting for me to get to make this plant, you know, more widely available. So I don't know, can you believe that? Just that whole leaf. So remarkable. Illimani Eye has been really great for me. Definitely one of my best growers, and just keep it in moss. I don't know if it's just because I love this plant. Like, this is the plant that got me into plants, in case you didn't know. For those of you who do, you've heard me say this 1,000 times, but I wasn't into plants. I was looking on one of the websites about some cool plants that are out there, and I saw a photo of an Illimani Eye, and I was like, hey, that is actually kind of cool. And that's kind of what got me into plants. So maybe it's just my soul plant, like, you know, my spiritual partner in life. But personally, I think that if you put all the love and care into these things and you are extra careful, you shouldn't have any issues, and they should even thrive. I also fertilize them with a high phosphorus fertilizer, which has been experimentally shown by other collectors in no studies, but with collectors, to produce higher variegation levels. And I have only had good experiences with that. Like I said, I got this plant from a full green Illimani Eye. So I think that that's all I have to say. I have other plants that grow pretty well, but these are definitely my best growing rare philodendron. Yeah, just Philodendron and Monstera, I guess, that I have. So if you're into plants and you have the opportunity to trade or if you're blessed that you're able to purchase some of these plants comfortably, then I would say don't really fret over buying these. I would definitely say you'll need to have a high humidity setup to handle these plants, or have some situation where you're keeping your house super humid. I do know some people who keep their house like 85 degrees and super humid, so you just won't want to keep these in a cold, dry climate because no tropical plants really thrive there. Yep, that's all I'll say for this video, and thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you hit like, subscribe, and tweet me at PlantMeAshley. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Twitch at PlantMeAshley. Just come hang out. We're gonna be doing plant content on Twitch, also some Animal Crossing, also Death and Taxes. Love that game. So just come hang out with us on Twitch. It's a really good relaxed time. Join the YouTube channel memberships. They're only $5 a month, and you join a community of a ton of awesome plant parents from all over the world, 220 to be exact. And yeah, thanks for being a part of the plant community with me. This community has just been so sweet and wonderful. And when I have days where I just kind of feel like everything is falling apart, the community is never not there for me. Other than that, let's get to the end of the video, fun stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next houseplant section. Thank you again, Zimph, for sponsoring this video. You guys don't forget to use code Ashley at checkout if you do decide to try out my glasses. And other than that, I'll see you guys in the next houseplant section. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to the end of the video fun stuff. I would like to thank Liliana Ramos, Kim Klinowski, Ashley's Planties, Cole M, Houseplant Heather, Carissa Lawrence, All the Green Places, and Botanicas for the extra and continued channel support. And today's extra special comment shout out goes to Allison Wonderland Vlogs, who's been publicly subscribed to me for 1 month, who said, "Thank you so much for sharing. I love that you're being real. Things happened and it's life. You have such a big heart and things happen. So awesome that you give back." Thank you so much, Allison, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next houseplant section. Goodbye.